Time now for a check of our weather. Let's get back over to Chief Meteorologist Mark Nelson. Earlier, he was, explaining that it's one of those forecasts that perhaps, a bot could do, or your app.
Well,
but Mark, your intelligence is not artificial, sir. It's all
true.
real.
But I always tell people 10 years or so from now, 15 years, almost all the time computer models will get it right. Almost all the time. They're getting better.
We need you, buddy.
But when we get to the more serious weather, you need a live human still. All right, we've got partly cloudy skies. Nice evening. The sun will be setting in almost exactly 1 hour. 63 degrees up at Vancouver. Willamette Valley Vineyards, I see the umbrellas are still up, 63 down there. And then, really pretty at Newport, real clear skies. We've got beautiful weather. Actually beautiful weather everywhere tomorrow, but there will be some areas of morning fog in the valleys. We're in that season now. There's lots of moisture down at the lower elevations. And a fresh coating of snow again up on Mount Hood here, but very mild, 50 at the top of Ski Bowl. It's 54 down at Government Camp. So tonight, temperatures in the 40s, areas of fog develop, especially western valleys. East of the Cascades, not so much fog, but very mild for October. Again, we've had night after night of above normal nights, above normal temperatures. So your child may be going to school in the fog tomorrow morning. If you had it this morning, there's a decent chance it'll happen again tomorrow morning, 50. But look at the change in the afternoon. Luckily, the sun is still strong enough now, just barely, that the fog burns off. Another month or so, another 5 weeks or so, fog in the Willamette Valley would probably just stick around all day long in this pattern. It would just stay gray as we get into the wintertime inversions. But 70 tomorrow afternoon, really warm stuff. So there was a weather system going by today. That was the cloud cover, not the fog, but the cloud cover. Most of the action went by just to our north. But now the high pressure is really strengthening right over us. And once this finishes passing by this evening, this stuff is all headed up into British Columbia. So that clears us out tomorrow. More sunshine after the spots of valley fog in the morning. So here's a cloud rain forecast. You notice, all through the daytime tomorrow, pretty much sunny, some thin high clouds going by. Any thick cloud cover is way up there towards Vancouver Island. And temperatures soar into the mid-70s tomorrow. Here in the valleys, 60s along the coast with that onshore flow, and 70s east of the Cascades as well. And then we think the warmest day may be Thursday, mid to maybe upper 70s after some patchy morning fog. Still notice in this pattern we don't get bright sunshine at the coast as cooler air starts to approach and move onshore on Thursday. And there could be a spot or two east of the Cascades getting up into the lower 80s on Thursday. That's near record values as well. Now, our one model is a little bit different than others, but I think it has the right idea. It has a push of ocean air coming in and low clouds and fog in here Friday morning. I'm a little concerned that if that were to happen, we would not make it a 70 on Friday, and we'd just be partly cloudy in the afternoon. In fact, this one model also says, hey, these areas of fog in the valley tomorrow morning, forecast visibility quarter mile or less up and down the I-5 corridor, especially south of the Portland metro area. So again, watch out for areas of dense fog tomorrow morning, then it turns all sunny. So your Portland forecast for tomorrow, other than patchy fog in the lowlands, all sunny, some thin high clouds, especially in the afternoon. And today we were, what did I say we were? Oh, 66 degrees today. And tomorrow's 74, so that's 8 degrees warmer. And today seemed plenty comfortable to me. Not much of any wind tomorrow. If we had a gusty east wind, that would eliminate the chance for fog, but that's not going to happen. So 7-day forecast, spots of morning fog possible again Thursday. Could be low clouds or fog on Friday morning. And then some showers may show up later Saturday. If not, then for sure Sunday. And then we have some cooler, showery weather. I don't see any really stormy weather here, but it's noticeably cooler down in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Okay, coming up in the bottom half of the hour, winter is approaching quickly, and we are in El Nino right now across the globe. What does that mean for our winter weather? I've got a few thoughts on that. I'll let you know what that might mean down here in the lowlands and also up in the mountains coming up at the bottom half of the hour.